Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm going to be talking to you today about why it takes more than 6 weeks to recover from a C section and the big misconceptions around that so that you can set yourself up for success when you are in recovery. My name is Nicole Alfred, C section recovery coach. I've been a perinatal massage therapist for over 20 years. I'm the founder of the C-section recovery methods 90-day roadmap to recovery. I am live here on Instagram and Facebook live in our Facebook group. So I may be kind of looking back and forth if that looks a little weird. But otherwise, if you're watching this live, I would love to say hello to you and know who I'm watching it with. Let me know where you're watching from. So just say hello in the chat. If you are watching this live, I can see both on Instagram and Facebook your comments. So just say hello, give me a little wave. Hi, everyone. So let's talk about the big misconceptions around that 6 week mark, why you need more than 6 weeks to recover. This is going to be really quick. I like to keep these like short and sweet, mainly because I got a 5-month-old on my lap. And her attention and tolerance span is very low. And also, I am sleep deprived and I am tired. So I'm sure some of you are as well. Most of you are as well that are watching if you follow me here. So let's keep it really short and simple. So why do you need more than 6 weeks to recover from your C-section? So let's kind of scale back a little bit. When you are recovering from a C-section, you're leaving the hospital. Those 2 days you spend in the hospital, the doctors aren't and the nurses aren't advising you on anything. They're just basically trying to get you back to, going to the washroom, getting out of bed, making sure all like the high risk medical things are taken care of. Like obviously avoiding blood clots, and that you're doing well, like your heart rate, heart pressure, blood pressure, your heart, all your organs are working well, all of that. And then right before you leave the hospital, there's usually some sort of information about making sure that you're feeding the baby and making sure that they're keeping their birth weight up. And very little quick information is given to you as a new mom about recovery and what to actually focus on. Hi from Burlington. I'm just next door to you, Burlington. I'm just outside of Burlington here. So very little is given to you when you're leaving the hospital about your recovery, about incision care. It's very, very basic. And that leads so many of you, and I know me as well after my first, going online, going to TikTok, go to Instagram, go to Google, YouTube, Pinterest, you name it, asking people, or just doing none of that and just following what the doctor said. So you're waiting to get to that 6 week mark. But when you hit your 6 week mark, you're disappointed because you have that doctor's appointment and you're like, okay, they're going to tell me what to do next. They're going to tell me I can do all these things. And they do. They say, go back to regular activities. Your incision has closed well. You want, birth control. What are your plans there? Because they definitely don't want you getting pregnant within that first year, as your body is still healing, because it still takes more time. Right. And then that's that, right? Most of the time there's no vaginal exam, there's no abdominal exam other than just taking a quick look, sometimes feeling your incision. That's really frustrating because this is major abdominal surgery, right? Like this is not just a walk in the park. It's not just like, oh yeah, I just had a C-section. No, C-sections are major abdominal surgery and we need to take it more seriously. And when we take it more seriously, we realize 6 weeks is not enough to recover from major abdominal surgery, to recover from pregnancy and postpartum, as well as taking care of a brand new baby at the same time. So that is a big misconception. I really wish that doctors wouldn't tell people go back to regular things, regular life, because it just sets you up for disappointment thinking, I don't feel normal. I don't feel like I can go back to regular life. Let me know in the comments if some of you felt that way or do feel that way. Maybe you just had your 6 week appointment or you're close to it and you were like, I don't feel like I can go back to normal things again. And I'm feeling lost now. Even if I want to, 6 weeks, I remember I was feeling really great, even 8 weeks, and I wanted to get back into being active again. But where do you start, right? And your doctor's not advising you. And so another thing too is I wish they would give actual rehab information whether or not you choose to do it, information is power, right? And so if we don't give the right information to new moms, then they're not going to have the power to choose if they want to take it or not. And so that's why, you know, so many of us here online are connecting with you, because we're actually saying what makes sense and what the doctor should be actually telling you. And that's that this is major abdominal surgery, and that most orthopedic surgeries around the world do get some kind of rehab plan, some kind of follow through or follow up closer than 6 weeks. And also like teaching you how to move again, right? Like anyone who's had major surgery, they're like, my grandmother hit her head a few weeks ago, was in the hospital for about a week and a half. She had an occupational therapist. She had a physiotherapist come visit her in the hospital every day, helping her to walk again. She had them come visit her at home. And she's almost 90. Well, she'll be 90 this weekend. And so, you know, it's definitely needed there. But isn't it like that after a C-section? Like you have to learn how to walk again. You have to learn how to move again. And so many of us just get up and move, just get up and walk. And unfortunately, what ends up happening is we create dysfunction in our bodies because we're using the wrong muscles. We're keeping our bodies in the wrong posture. We have so much scar tissue that we don't know what to do with. And that can actually wreak havoc on your body. And I was talking with a neighbor who's a labor and delivery nurse today. She's like, do you know that fascia is its own organ? And it's like, yeah, because fascia is interconnected within all of your tissues in your body, but also like big major layers of fascia in your abdomen that they're cutting through. And so if you're having back pain, if you're leaking pee, if you are feeling very hunched forward and you don't know how to get yourself back upright, if you are having a hard time engaging into your core, all of these things are signs that you need to address your scar tissue. You need to address your fascia. And that scar massage is a really, really great tool, but it's not the only tool. Something that we always talk about is, you know, getting back our posture, getting back that core connection. What's wrong? Getting back our functional movements, right? Like since day one of my surgery, I have been working on my functional movements, teaching my body how to move again. And what that does is it helps me turn on the right muscles. I'm not using binders and corsets and all of those things to kind of make me get back into shape. I'm allowing my body its own progression as I'm supporting it with movement to gain that strength again. So what I also want to let you know is next week we're doing a live class. If you drop the word class in the comments here on the live, and for those of you on Facebook, if you just drop it in the comments, right, class, we will get you signed up for our webinar within 60 seconds. It's all automated. It's amazing. So all you have to do is just give us your name and email in the DMs, but just comment the word class below and we will like automatically sign you up within 60 seconds. And our class that we're doing is 3 ways to take control of your recovery. It's a free class. It is so empowering. It's so impactful. And it really gives you those next steps in knowing exactly how to recover properly so that you don't have to live with long-term pain. So thank you, all of you, for joining. I hope you found this information really insightful and really helpful. If you missed what I said at the beginning from about 5 minutes ago, just rewatch this video. I will post it into the Facebook group. I will post it on Instagram. I hope you all have a great night and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.